You've been sitting here since 3 in the afternoon. In the dark. No lights on, no phone calls. Just sitting.
I need time to think.
Think? What I see is you hiding. Hiding from that message, HR has processed your termination paperwork. Hiding from the question your wife will ask when she gets home. Hiding from the bathroom mirror you can't bring yourself to look into.
You don't understand. I'm 36. 36 years old. 8 years at that company. Worked my way up from associate to manager. And now one email and it's over. What's left? What do I have left?
You're asking the wrong question. The right question is, what did you have to begin with?
What do you mean? I had a career, stable income, a position at the company.
Had. Past tense. You had those things. What do you have now? A damp couch cushion? A dark room? And a question you're terrified to answer. If the company doesn't need you anymore, then who are you?
I'm the breadwinner. I'm a husband, a father.
Stop. You're listing titles. I asked who you are, not what you do or what responsibilities you have. Try again, without mentioning work, roles, or duties. Who are you? People call this phenomenon identity fusion, when your sense of self dissolves so completely into your role that you can't separate them. Now the role disappears, and you disappear with it. Am I right?
But I worked hard. 8 years. I sacrificed. I stayed late, came in early, worked unpaid overtime. They can't just fire me. It's not fair.
Fair? You think the world owes you something? A lifetime contract because you worked hard? You're not an irreplaceable asset. You're a line item on a spreadsheet. They found someone cheaper, younger, hungrier. That's the law. Are you angry at the law?
I'm angry because I believed. Believed in hard work pays off. Believed in do good work, get promoted. Now at 36, I'm realizing I was stupid.
Not stupid. You were systematically deceived. But here's the real issue. You were complicit in that deception. You chose to believe because believing was easier. Easier than having to ask yourself, what am I building for myself? Easier than taking responsibility for your own life. You delegated decision-making power to the company. And now you're furious because they decided to drop you. Do you see the contradiction?
So what did you want me to do? Quit at 29 to follow my passion? My wife was pregnant that year. I needed stable income. I didn't have a choice.
I didn't have a choice. The coward's mantra. You always had choices. You chose stability. You chose safety. You chose not to think. Those were valid choices. But don't say you didn't have a choice. Say it. I chose stability over freedom. I chose avoiding risk over growth.
Fine, I chose. I chose to be a responsible husband and father. I chose to provide for my family instead of selfishly chasing pipe dreams. Is that wrong?
Not wrong. But now you're paying the price for that choice. The price of stability is lost adaptability. 8 years in one place, you learned nothing new. Didn't expand your network. Don't have marketable skills. You became so safe you became fragile. People call it the stability paradox. The more you seek stability, the more unstable you become.
But my family needs me to be stable. My wife needs to know there's money for the mortgage at the end of the month. My kid needs to know there's tuition next semester. I can't take risks.
You're confusing providing stability with performing stability. What does your family need? They need a father who can adapt, who has the spine to weather crises, who has skills that create value in multiple places. But what did you give them? A nameplate that says, "Manager at Company X," and a secret terror that if you lose that nameplate, you're nothing. That's not stability. That's stability theater, a performance of fake security.
You're making it sound like I've been living a lie.
You have been living a lie. Not lying to your wife, to your kid. Lying to yourself. Every morning you wake up, put on a suit, go to work, come home. Did you do that because you loved the work, or because you were afraid of not having work? Did you stay at the company because you were growing, or because it was familiar? Answer honestly.
I stayed because I don't know what else I can do. Besides that job, I don't know what I'm good at. I don't know who I am.
Now you're telling the truth. That empty feeling has a name. Competence trap. You do something long enough to get good at it, but not good enough to be irreplaceable. Then you're afraid to try something else because there you'd be the incompetent one. So you're stuck. Safe, but stuck. Stable, but not growing. Alive, but not really living.
So what now? I'm 36. If I start over, learn a new trade, I'll be 40 before I get anywhere. But other people are at their peak at 40. I'm too late. I'm out of time.
Out of time. You say that as if time is something you possess. It's not. Time doesn't belong to you. Time just flows. The only question is, in that flowing time, are you present? These past 8 years, have you been living or just existing?
I went to work. I came home. I played with my kid. I had dinner with my wife. I lived normally.
Normally. The favorite word of the dying. When you played with your kid, were you there, or was your mind on work emails? When you had dinner with your wife, did you listen, or just nod to get through it? When you worked, did you have passion, or were you just counting down to 5 o'clock? You didn't run out of time. You ran out of presence, out of awareness, out of yourself.
Are you saying I've lost myself?
Not lost. You surrendered yourself. Surrendered to the company. Surrendered to family expectations. Surrendered to the image of the provider man. You willingly became a shadow of other people's expectations. And now that shadow has nowhere to stand. You're panicking because you've discovered that inside the shadow, there's nobody left.
I didn't want that. I just wanted to do right. Wanted my family to be happy. Wanted my kid to be proud of me.
You wanted your kid to be proud of who? Of the shadow? Of the business card that says manager? Or of a father who dares to live authentically? Dares to fail? Dares to get back up? Dares to be himself even when the world doesn't applaud? What do you think your kid will remember about you? The title or the moments you were truly present?
I don't know what my kid will remember. I'm rarely home. I'm always busy.
Busy. The key word of the escapist. You're not busy. You're hiding. Hiding from real intimacy. Hiding from hard questions. Hiding from having to look in the mirror and ask, who am I when nobody's watching? Work is the perfect excuse. You're busy so you don't have to face the emptiness inside.
You make it sound like I'm pathetic.
Not pathetic. Afraid. You're afraid of discovering that if you strip away the roles, the titles, the responsibilities, there's nothing interesting left. Nothing lovable. nothing to be proud of. So you cling to the role. You do so you don't have to be. But now that role is gone. You're forced to face the question you've been running from for 8 years. Who am I?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. And I'm scared. I'm so scared. I'm 36 and I still don't know who I am. Is that the sign of a failure?
No, that's the sign of someone starting to wake up. Most people live their entire lives without asking that question. They die in their roles. They're buried with their business cards. The tombstone reads, manager at company X, good husband, responsible father. But nobody knows who the real person inside was. You're luckier. You still have time.
Still have time? You just said time doesn't belong to me.
The time isn't yours to own, but you have time to use. The question is what you use it for. Rebuilding a new shadow? Finding a new company, new title, then entering the same loop? Or using this time to find yourself again? To build something from the inside out instead of from the outside in?
But how? How do I find myself when I have bills to pay, a family to support? I don't have the privilege to discover myself like some 20-year-old.
You're blaming circumstances again. Listen, finding yourself isn't a vacation. It's a decision. The decision to stop living by someone else's script. The decision to ask, what do I want before what do they want from me? The decision to choose truth over comfort. You can do that while still earning a living, while still supporting your family. But you have to start by being honest with yourself.
Honest about what?
About how these past 8 years you chose safety over meaning. About how you fear failure more than not trying. About how you believed roles matter more than people. About how you're avoiding the greatest responsibility of a man. Becoming yourself.
And what if my real self isn't enough? What if I find out and discover I'm nothing special?
Special to whom? To the world? To social media? To former colleagues? You don't need to be special. You need to be real. A real man, however ordinary, is still better than a perfect shadow. Your wife doesn't need a manager. She needs a man who dares to be vulnerable, dares to admit fear, dares to truly be there. Your kid doesn't need a perfect father. They need a father who lives authentically, so they can learn to live authentically.
But if I'm honest with them, honest that I'm scared, that I don't know who I am, that I'm lost, what will they think of me?
They'll see a human being, not a monument, not a money-making machine. A human with fears, with doubts, with longings. And you know what? That's what they've wanted to see all along. They're tired of your strong mask. They want you real. But you have to dare to be real first. Dare to be real. Yes, dare to be real. Dare to be weak. Dare not to know. Dare to start over from scratch. Dare to be a beginner at 36. Dare to build a life from the inside, instead of patching it from the outside. You think you're too old to start again? Number. You're too young to give up. You have 40 years left. The question is, those 40 years, who will you live them as? As a new shadow, or as yourself?
I want to live as myself, but I don't know where to start.
Start with the smallest question. Today, when nobody's watching, what do I want to do? Not what should I do, not what are people expecting, but want. What is your real desire? Don't answer now. Go home. Sit in this dark room a while longer. But this time, don't hide. This time, ask.
And if I ask and still don't have an answer?
Then you keep asking, every day, until the answer appears. But there's one thing you must do tonight, one small action to mark that you are no longer a shadow.
What action?
Don't open your laptop to send out resumes tonight. Don't rush to find a new job to fill the void. Give yourself 7 days to sit with the question, who am I? Before deciding, what will I do? 7 days. No resumes. No headhunter calls. Just write. Write about who you are when you don't have a title. That's your don't.
And the do?
Do. Tonight before bed, tell your wife one true sentence. Not, don't worry, I'll find a new job, but I'm scared. I don't know who I am. One sentence. True. That's the first step to being instead of performing.
One true sentence.
Yes, and if you don't do it, here's the price. 7 days from now, you'll have a new job, new title, new shadow, and you'll repeat this loop until you're 50, until you're 60, until one day you look back and realize, I lived an entire life without ever being myself. That's the price. Do you accept it?
No, I don't accept it. I'll do it. One true sentence tonight. 7 days without sending resumes. I'll do it.
Good. Now stand up, turn on the lights, wash your face, and prepare to tell your wife the truth. Not the truth about the job, but the truth about who you are in this moment. Weak, scared, but real.
I understand. Thank you.
Don't thank me. Thank yourself for finally daring to ask.